Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some GeoGuessr. We have been challenged. This is a challenge from long-time prolific contributor Nighty, who has sent in a challenge about Japan. So we are in Japan for this challenge. He sent this in, God, months ago. I don't know. I have to thank Nighty for his patience because he is so prolific. He sends in a bunch of challenges. It's been waning for a little bit, but I don't mind that at all because like I said, he sends in a ton, so he's done more than his fair share. I'll keep sending him in though, Nighty, if you'd like to, because goodness knows I've enjoyed all of them so far. And what I'll do is I'll just put a bunch of these on the side, and I've started prioritizing not first come first serve, but rather by have we done one in a while. And so I haven't done a 90 challenge, at least not during the live stream, in a couple of weeks, and it was a few weeks before that. And I think this challenge honestly was sent in a couple of months ago, so he may not even remember what this one's all about. But we are going to do a Japanese challenge. Look, we're driving on the left. Haha, he jokes. So there are quite, I'm sure the way he's designing this, there are going to be quite a lot of interesting locations. Some of them may be impossible to guess because that's just how it works. His challenge ideal, and what I do when I send challenges to him, which I haven't done in a while either, actually. I probably should get one going. When we send challenges for each other, they tend to be, this is very interesting, take a look at this, rather than, hey, you're going to get a perfect score. Now, at the same time, he usually does get close to a perfect score because he's just disgusting, whereas I do poorly because that's my lot in life. I don't think at this point, 300 and some GeoGuessr episodes in, actually it's probably like 250, but so however many GeoGuessr episodes we are in, I don't think you're watching this because you like my absolute awesome acumen. I think you're here mostly to listen to the commentary and get socioeconomic and religious things lately. I don't know why it is. Like I joked on the one video, I might as well just start talking about procreation, and then I'll have hit all three subjects you shouldn't be talking about. So Tsukabasa City Road is this road that we have turned on to. We started kind of in the intersection here. I'm not sure where Tsukabasa is, but again, this isn't about necessarily getting the exact right spot. This is about having fun and taking a look and seeing what interesting locations there are. And since this is Japan, there's going to be some very interesting locations because Japan as a country is very much poised between the ultra-modern and the ultra-tradition. And I love that because my styles are pretty much a cross between ultra-modern and ultra-tradition. I love clean, sleek, straight lines. And I like simple color palettes, and I like very straightforward, crisp design, personally, as my aesthetic. And Japan just does that so well. Even in like Tokyo or I'm trying to think of other like really and places with high nightlife, lots of neon signs and all that stuff. There's still that sense of crisp, controlled design. And I love that. It's such a great aesthetic. If we were to build an ideal house, and we're considering actually building a kit home, and kit homes are great because you can modify them to certain degrees and blah blah blah. And the kit home we're looking at right now would be like about $60,000. So if we could find somewhere that with land in the like $20,000 range, that would be right in our wheelhouse, because you do that with the parts and labor and everything, you're looking at about $135,000 for a home, which would be right in our kind of range. And what it is it's an ultra modern design. But the outside and the a lot of the fixtures and everything is very much a classic American style home, and it hits both of my wife's and my styles. That's why we want to build this one, because it also has a large porch, which is sort of her requirement. She wants to be able to sit on the porch when it's available. Obviously, right now it'd be a little chilly. When I got in the car last night, it was 10 below. And that's in world temperature. I've kind of gotten away from American temperature at this point because it's a stupid system. I have fully embraced Celsius because it makes so much more sense. Yes, it's been a challenge trying to get used to it, but you keep repeating your mantra of the threes. 0 degrees is freezing. 100 degrees is boiling. 22 degrees is room temperature. And you just keep going from there. And you'll be fine, right? 30 degrees is a little warm. 40 degrees is hot. So there you have it. 50 degrees is insane. That's like Vegas weather. Ugh. I don't think I could live in Vegas. Well, it's a dry heat. No, look. I don't care if it's a dry heat. It is hot. Alright? So don't give me that. we're definitely looking at a possibility of building a home here. I don't know if we're going to stay in this place long enough to make a home worthwhile, so this may not be where we build that house. But it's a plan and material. Well, first off, you can get the materials from anywhere. I think you pay like $500 or $1,000 for the plan. But then if you get like your materials from the place that sells it, the plan is free if you commit to the materials. And then you just buy the materials from there. And so everything with the materials is like $55,000, I think, for the house that we're looking to purchase. And of course, we could get materials from elsewhere. Here we go. Mount Tsukabasa. Tsukuba, excuse me, Mount Tsukuba. It's not Tsukabasa, it's just Tsukuba. Mount Tsukuba, Tsuchirura, the Joban Expressway is that way. The 19, those are very small. We're looking at 408, though, might be something we can latch onto. But we're going to look for Mount Tsukuba, excuse me. Yeah, no, it is right. Okay, I was going to correct it to Tsukabasa, but it's not. It's just Mount Tsukuba. So we're going to look for Mount Tsukuba first. See if we can't find that. Now, unfortunately, there's a number of mountains in Japan. I don't know if you knew that. Just a couple. So we may not be able to find it on a first pass, and we're just going to do like a first pass. So if we don't find it on a first pass, then that's just it. But we should get something close. We should be able to see it, to be honest with you, because the cities or the mountains are very well labeled in GeoGuessr. I am striking out, however. A lot of mountains. A lot of mountains that begin with a T. There we go. Mount Tsukuba. So Mount Tsukuba, we're looking at there's the 408 right there. We're looking at a part where the 408 splits and it has the 19. There's the 19. Tsukuba Fire Department. There's the 19. Where does the 19 come down to? Oh, here we go. This is where it splits over. Now, this is not where we started, but it's close to where we started. I believe we started this direction. No, I was the wrong way. We started south. That's okay, though. We were sort of right. We were this side of it, but we had to go. We went a lot farther than I realized. We were on 19. I see. Going over like that, yeah. Maybe we found ourselves to this corner or this corner, which I was confused about. Well, regardless, I mean, Tsukaba, it's pretty close. It's a nice first location. So yeah, I mean, building a house is that implies commitment. You're talking probably a 5-year commitment to the location, and we're just not sure we want to do that. If my boss is watching this, we're committed here for life. We're never going to move. Please don't fire me. But seriously, like, you know, realistically, the business that I'm in, it's to move up after a certain point. You have to be willing to move. And so when you buy a house, you become less willing to move. And I don't want to stay on this job forever. Okay, no, we're not going to go that way. It looks very interesting, but we're not going to go that way. So that's 216. We're on the regional road 216. So I'd like to be flexible and be able to move up that way because, to put it in perspective, we're a very large national company. The position I have oftentimes doesn't exist because in a smaller location, think of it like kind of like a franchise. In a smaller franchise, we'll say, my position would be wrapped up with another one. So I happen to be, we're the second largest location for my company. And so we have my position. So if I want to move up, the next, that's not helpful. Higawa and Sonai Port, 216, Higawa. I'm not sure where this is. We'll just have to go a little bit more, see if we can get a little bit more. So, in order to, to move up, basically, my next kind of options are, there's one per property, per location, if I'm lucky. So it's challenging, and you got to be willing to move. When it opens, you got to be willing to go. And if we have a house, it'll be a lot tougher to do that because, for instance, our home in Toledo is still up for sale. If you guys are looking for a condominium, very nice, 1,000 square feet, fenced-in balcony. It's on the 3rd floor of 3 floors, so it's very quiet. Low heat costs because of that whole thing. It is gas heat, electric range. New appliances within the last 10 years, new water heater, all that business. I'm just looking around to look at stuff right now. There's really no point for me trying to figure out where exactly we are. If you have all of those things, grab it because it's for sale and you want it. Let me know. I don't know if I have any listeners in the Toledo area, but so far all of my colleagues or friends are like, oh yeah, that sounds really interesting. Absolutely, I want it. And then you're like, okay, let's get the real estate agents involved and let's do that. And they're like, oh, well, no, when I said I was interested, what I really meant was fuck you. I'm sorry. That's my F-bomb for the series for the week. I apologize. I just came right out with that one. So I'm going to put that little rated R right down there. Actually, it's PG-13. You get one. This is cool. I like this. This is really neat. No idea where you are. It looks lovely. We're in Japan. Let's say we're like here-ish. Oh, you dirty dog. We're on Yonaguni? Oh, you sneaky little devil. Right outside the Yonaguni airport. Japan has too many islands. Okay, so so Japan, number 3. It's a bigger city. It doesn't mean a lot. Japan is it per capita? Does that make sense what I'm about to say? Anyway, the cities, there's a lot of big cities because there's just a lot of people in a very small amount of land mass. We're on the 183. Route 1, Route 2. Trying to see what that says. Being on the other side of the road is not convenient for me. Oh, there we go. Cool. Let's back up. Okay. Let's go over this way. What are we doing? Abbey Road? I can't go that way. This is so dumb. I want to be on that side of the road, and it won't let me. Whatever. Miyoshi. Tenma and Miyoshi. Hiroshima? That's the Hiroshima Expressway. Okay, good. That gives us some more guidance here. I don't remember where Hiroshima is. I think it's southern, isn't it? Yeah. So, the Hiroshima Highway, we're looking for the 183. Ooh, it's the Shinkansen. I love that. I'm a big fan of high-speed trains. 100%. The fact that there's no high-speed rail in this country is stupid. Could you imagine going from Portland, Oregon to Los Angeles in just a couple of hours? That would be amazing. Oh, we can't do that. That's dangerous and stuff. Nobody else does that. That would be just ridiculous. No, look, Japan does it. There's more people. There's more mountains. They do it. Nobody dies. Let's go. Let's get a train. Let's start driving. The train, that is. I don't know. We're in Hiroshima somewhere. We're actually in Hiroshima. I should have gone straight for it. Oh, that's cool. National Peace Memorial. Yeah. Well, I mean, we did do some damage to Hiroshima. It's not a good thing, by the way. Liquid Snow Tours. Central Snow Sports. Well, if it's called Central Snow Sports, then I hope it's in the center of Japan. Otherwise, that would be very disappointing. Hakuba. Maybe that's where we are. All right, let's go to Central Japan and see if there's a Hakuba. This is what I'm talking about, though. We're barely zoomed in, and look at all these cities that you can already see. All right, so if I were going to say central part of Japan, I'm going to say like Osaka, Kyoto, that kind of region. I'm not committed to this yet, but that kind of region is what I'm thinking about. I chose this one because I think it's going to get me out of... No. I was thinking it would get me out of town. It would get me to a road sign that had a marker on it. Definitely in Hakuba. Oh, there we go. Matsumoto Nagaro Shoromadake. Shoromadake. No. I think in order to see any of these, I'm going to have to get real in. I don't want to get real in, you know what I mean? I'm happy with that guess. It's by Nagano, actually. There's Hakuba. Hakuba Hapa 1 Snow Resort. Alright. Maybe that was a place where they did some of the Olympic events that was held in Nagano. Maybe they were up on Mount Shiroma. Karamatsu. I don't know. Literally, I don't know, because I did not pay that much attention. Should have, but did not. Cool. There's a lot of technology here, a lot of communication. Thank God, I thought we were going to be trapped in a parking lot. But we are free! It looks like some sort of communications center. Communications center they don't expect Americans to visit. Okay. That's fair, really. North across a bay to a big city. Da, 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 da. This is really making me want to play EU4. I mean, the whole reason I'm just playing CK2 and not EU4 right now is because we've got to get through it before the next patch comes out, or it won't be save compatible, I don't think. And I'd really rather not start over, so I gotta just play, you know? And I got myself in another stuck location. Alright, well that's fine. So, it's large communication towers on a bay. I mean, are we in Tokyo? Did they take us just outside of Tokyo somewhere? Finally get there. Like we're in Kitsatsu, Sudagara, somewhere like that. It doesn't look like that, to be honest with you. I don't like this guess, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Yeah, I didn't like that guess. We were in Hakodate. On the top of Mount Hakodate. Well, it is what it is, right? 18,000 is actually really quite poor, considering we had all of the world to go with. But that's okay. It was interesting. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the challenge, this isn't about getting the high score. This is about finding the interesting locations and looking and seeing what's there. And I think it was interesting. I liked it and I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys did too. If you would like to create your own challenge, you could do so going to geoguessr.com. Go and put your 5 locations. It gives you a link. You send that link to me in a private message on Facebook or YouTube, and I will add you to the calendar. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything as it happens. And until next time, cheers.